Day 557. Day rating is a 6. Got up at, what was it, 4:45, 4:55. Got ready for the run with my friend, which was at a park not too far from here. It was just 3 miles kind of east. So it was kind of nice. And the original plan that we were told was that it's supposed to be a mile, let me say it, like last person standing challenge. So people were just supposed to run this little course. It sounded like it could have been a half mile or mile loop, and you just keep going until you're done, and then who runs the most wins for the day or whatever. I don't know, but I didn't get the description. They were just telling me about it, and then we got there, and then they were just talking about the route, and so I was like, okay, just it's gonna be an out and back, and it was really interesting. I guess the weight off the shoulders. I know I get competitive, and I would have tried to do more than I probably should have. And the goal today was to do 6 to 8 miles. And I think if I did that kind of a challenge, I'd probably try to get closer to the teens, the 13, 14, 15s. So I'm glad that it didn't turn out that way. Even though it was a great day outside, it was really, well, yesterday was probably the best day we've had, like, of all summer. But yet, this morning was definitely still really nice. And the funny thing was, is I saw an old roommate and teammate from Denver here, and I know they live here, so it's not like they randomly showed up. But we're going down, and then we were at a turning point. They were taking a break, and they had ran by, like, hey, how's it going? Hey, good to see you. So I'm glad I saw them. Hopefully they're doing well. Looked like they were in shape and running well, so that's good. And then we turned around, came back. It was about 3.4 out, 3.4 back. Then we got back, and my friend was hurting, so I said, just get to the gate, and call it a day. And we got there, and it was, 6.85, somewhere in there. And they said, we gotta finish. Like, I like your attitude, let's go. And I was originally gonna push them, just keep going until I say stop, just keep pushing. We're gonna pick it up. Don't worry about the time, don't worry about the pace, don't worry about the distance. We just gotta go. And I'll tell you when you're done. But they were hurting in the last mile. They were just like, oh my gosh. Like a lot of heavy breathing, a lot of the mental talk that was coming in. And so we had stopped at the gate, and they had, the ones that initiated, finished that 0.15, 0.1 mile. I think my watch said 6.85 and theirs said 6.9. So we finished at 7, then walked back to the car, chatted for a minute, and they had to head out. And I still felt good, and so I didn't sit, I grabbed some water. I was like, I at least want to do one more mile. So I got out and did an extra mile, so I did 8 for the day, which is good. And then came back, got the pop ready. We sat for a little bit. I sat for about an hour, had a smoothie, played for a little bit, and then took her to the vet. She did great there. She panicked last time. She was barking a little bit, and so they suggested I put the muzzle on her. So I put the muzzle on, and she was a little bit like worrisome or anxious when we got in, so she was a little bit shaky. But she didn't bark once. She didn't lunge at anyone. She just sat next to me, and then she's laid down even, so she did really well. And it was really nice because one of the vets that was checking people in, I was like, wait, is it Gamora, like from Guardians of the Galaxy? I'm like, yes, exactly. And so we talked Marvel for just a few minutes, and I was like, did you watch She-Hulk yet? Like, oh, I didn't watch it. I just finished watching WandaVision. I'm catching up. I'm kind of late to the Marvel gang, but my boyfriend, it got me into it, and so I'm watching a lot of it right now, and we're taking turns on what movie or show we watch. I'm like, okay, great, I hope you enjoy it. I don't want to give you any spoilers, but I'm glad you're enjoying all the shows and movies. And then we had waiter. She was at 50, 7.5, 58.5 pounds, somewhere in there. And they came over and like they asked, "Is there a reason why she's got the muzzle on?" And like they just recommended it. They're like, "She's doing really well. She's not barking. She's not gonna bite anyone." But I said, "Okay." We just wanted to make sure. And then they put their little leash on there, walked her over, calmed her down a little bit, gave her the shot, and then we were out. We came back and I gave her a little puppy treat for doing so well. Her ears just popped up when I said that. That's funny. And then took a little bit of a nap and then got up, went to go watch this Dragon Ball movie with my friend, who's one of the only friends I know that still watches the anime. And they said the same thing, like, "You're the only friend I have that watches the anime, so I know you like this series of Dragon Ball as much as I do. So I figured I'd at least ask you to go, and I'm glad you went because I'm excited to watch it." And it was actually pretty good. We saw the Japanese version with the English subtitles, which I thought was cool because I don't think I've ever watched. No, I have watched a movie in subtitles with original voices, so it was just interesting. There were only 1, 2, 3, 4. There's only 5 people in the entire theater, so either people didn't know about it or they were watching the English subtitle or dubbed version. But either way, hopefully they enjoyed it. I know I did. Then came back and sat down for a minute. I just felt tired. I didn't sleep too much last night. I think I got to bed right before 1. And the alarm went off at 4:45. Hit the snooze button once, and I was like, okay, got to get up. So I took about an hour nap in between. I tried to take an hour nap on the couch, which wasn't great, but it explains why I'm tired and ready for bed now. And it's 11:10. And I told myself I'd blow up the paddleboard to see what it's like. I just kind of lost the energy from it. Just a long day. Oh, and then afterwards I went and had dinner with another friend, and we met kind of halfway. It was about a half-hour drive for each of us to meet in the middle. And so we got some Chili's, we just shared an appetizer, just chatted for a bit, and then headed back. And it looked like it was getting ready to storm, so I don't know if it's still trying to storm out there right now, but I don't hear anything, so that's a good sign. But there was a lot of lightning going on. But anyways, that was the long day. I'm ready for bed. The pup, I don't know, she's not quite there yet. But we'll see what happens tomorrow. The original plan was to go paddleboarding. I don't have the life jackets yet, so I can't go. I don't know. Monday's another day. I'll keep thinking about it. That's it for the day. So, run your life with health and happiness, and have a good night.